The chairman of the Pastors Fraternal in Blantyre, Malawi, determines that his eternity was worth more than his fraternity. After struggling within himself and externally with others, he was finally able to face the truth. Are you ready to face the truth?
Face the Truth is the weekly podcast of the Truth Church of Olathe, Kansas. Now here is the guest host for today's podcast.
Under the cloak of night, a man comes with questions about eternity and salvation. He is told that he must be born again of water. No, I'm not talking about Nicodemus, although there is a strikingly similar pattern here. I'm talking about Pastor Gama, and we're going to have the opportunity to hear the story on today's podcast. Week 11 of Revival with Brother Joe Savala is officially in the books. And what a week it has been. The Lord blessed us on Sunday evening with a tremendous outpouring of the Holy Ghost. And just this past Tuesday filled Brother Charles Fox with the Holy Ghost. I believe week 12 is going to be even better. Friend, if you've been holding off, wait no longer. It's time for you to come be a part of this revival. Our interview this week is a bit longer than the previous episodes, and Pastor Gama has a very interesting story that I'm sure you'll enjoy. So let's jump right in. Welcome, Pastor Gama, to Face the Truth. I'm pleased to introduce you to our audience. I was blessed to be a part of the conference in Lilongwe, Malawi, back in 2016, I believe it was. It was September of 2016, if I'm correct. I may be wrong on that date.
In the long way, it was in June.
It was in June. Okay. So
Yes.
in June of 2016, we went to Lilongwe, and there was over 800 participants in that conference. We had a tremendous turnout, the biggest one to date, I believe. So, Pastor Felix Gama, you are based in
Blantyre.
Blantyre. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Do you mind just kind of giving me a background where you're located? You pastor a church, of course. So can you just kind of give us your current status, what you're doing right now, and introduce yourself to our audience?
Thank you so much, Brother Hayton. Actually, my name's Felix Mpakati Gama. I'm married, got 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. I'm heading a church called Harvest Rock, and I'm based in Blantyre. The church has got about 5 out-of-town churches that I do overlook. So,
I see. So you have 5 locations where you travel to outside of Blantyre?
Yes.
Can you explain that for us? So you have a location inside of Blantyre, and then you go travel to various locations or various assemblies. Is that for transportation purposes? Can you explain that a little bit?
Yes, I do go to, like, just the last weekend, I was in Cholo. Cholo is about 67 km from Blantyre. But from the town, I went to the Lulu areas where we are using motorbikes as our means of transport because of the Telan. The Telan, the cars cannot reach where I was going. So we've got 2 churches there in Cholo, 2 churches in Zomba, and then another church is in Mwanza. Yeah. So including the Blantyre church that I'm pastoring, I'm in 6 churches.
Wow. And you're overseeing each of those. So are you officially a bishop, Pastor Gama?
No, I'm not. I'm not officially a bishop. I'm just an overseer, a senior pastor to be called.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you were to travel to all of those locations, how much time can you kind of relate to us in terms of time and perhaps distance?
Like the Cholo places, the way I went over the weekend, it took me about 2 hours from Blantyre to the destination.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that was just for one
And
location.
these other churches that are almost the same distance, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. The
Gotcha.
other churches that I do go.
And so do you have a schedule where you'll go to one location each week? Is that how you manage that?
No. There are pastors that are there, but I'm based in Blantyre. So at almost once a month, I can visit the church, one church or two churches, depending on the schedule and the availability of other things. So I do go like twice. I do go out.
Okay.
Twice a month. Twice a month, I do go out to reach out to these pastors and see how best they are doing, and also to check what they are doing, because I've been going around telling them some other things, the developments, and some other teachings that we are getting from Pastor Ligon through the conferences that we do have. So once we have those things, I do get those stuff that we've learned and go teach them in the various points where I've indicated.
I see. So you attend the truth conferences. You guys have ongoing leadership meetings with missionary Stewart and Bishop Riggin. And so you take that information, disseminate it to your leaders in the various church locations that you're responsible for.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
So Pastor Gama, honestly, when I first met you, I was really impressed with your spirit. You, among a few others, had such a sincere spirit and response to the truth. When Bishop Riggin got up and preached, and I believe Pastor Daniel Stevens was there with us. Pastor Ogle was there with us as well. When these men preached, I witnessed a spirit of submission and humility on you during that conference. And it was amazing to witness, because it was such a contrast to the others that were there. So I would like to ask you perhaps to relay the story of how you found out about the conference in Lilongwe, and tell about your experience, your perspective on that particular conference.
Thank you so much. Actually, it was through one of the people who was organizing the Lilongwe conference, who called one of my friends, Chimwemwe Mtua. Then Chimwemwe Mtua told me and the two others that there is a conference in Lilongwe. The other guys that are coming from Mzuzu, then they want to do a conference in Lilongwe. Then from Lilongwe, perhaps they might come to Blantyre. So since you are based in Blantyre, we are based in Blantyre, we need to go and see how best these people can actually come to Blantyre. So when we went to the meeting, we were told, some people told us about the conference was titled, "Thy Word is the Truth." So somebody told us it's about oneness. So it's like, it was, to us, it was not a strange, we knew about it, but we did not have much information about it. So when Bishop Ligon and the team started explaining and teaching about the Godhead, baptism in Jesus' name, and all those other stuff that were there were some other things that we had in mind, but we say, like myself, I had in mind. So it was a bit confusing because of the background that we are coming from, because we are Trinitarians. We are believing in the Trinity, of which when Bishop Ligon was explaining and expounding the things, it was found that there is no such a thing like Trinity. So it was just like a misunderstanding of the scripture and what have you. And the doctrine which they were given, it was like a sort of. Now, from that moment on, in a long after they preached, I did not got baptized, because I was still, it was like a battle inside myself, thinking and meditating and seeing how best I'm going to get these things. So when we met Bishop Ligon and the team to arrange for the meeting in Blantyre, it is when now, on our way back, when something now started clicking in my mind, even in my spirit, saying, you lost an opportunity. We're supposed to be baptized because you are fighting a lost battle. So I kept on, that thing was in my heart for some time, until when Bishop Ligon came with the team. Now it was in September when they visited Blantyre. Now, being the people that we were hosting him, the first day I was privileged. I was driving them. My other colleagues were assigned to other things. So I would pick Bishop Ligon and the team from the conference place to the place where they were lodging. And the first day I drove them, I told them, Bishop Ligon, I was supposed to be baptized in Lilongwe, but there was this war that I was fighting. But I've made up my mind, before you baptize these other guys, you need to baptize me. And then I shared the same with the other team members, the three of them. So they said, yes, that's important. So when we went to where they were lodging, the place where they were lodging, I think it was the second day, they arranged for the portable baptismal pool. Then they baptized us, and
Yeah,
it was at night. They baptized at night. So
I
it was
remember. So you guys started a little trend there. So I believe, I may have this wrong, but I believe that it was at the conference in Blantyre where we didn't have a way to baptize you guys, but you guys were hungry. I think it was you, Pastor Gama, Pastor Chimwemwe. Who else? There's two others.
Yeah, Edward. There was a Pastor Edward, and this other guy, this other pastor, Pastor Esani.
Okay.
We are baptized at night.
Yes. So there's four of you.
Yes.
And I think someone. Now, I don't think it started here because we had. I think we either packed the swim pool or not, but it was basically to our listening audience. It was just a swimming pool. If you go to Walmart or your local store, it was 2 feet deep, maybe 7 or 8 feet long and 5 feet wide, 4 or 5 feet wide. Very small deal, but those swimming pools, those inflatable swimming pools, are perfect baptismal tanks for the continent of Africa, because you can fill them up with water, baptize and save some souls, and then deflate them, let the water off, and fold them up and put them in your backpack. So it's perfect.
Yeah. So after the conference, I mean, when we did that, the following day, it was the day when other people were supposed now to be baptized. And Bishop Ligon told the people that you seem not to be comfortable with these things. Let me give you an example. These brothers, the ones that are leading the conference here, the organizers, they got baptized last night. So let me call them to testify about what happened. So all the people in the in the conference, some were surprised. How come you baptized at night? Oh, why did you sneak to be baptized at night? Oh, so there were some people were like, they did not understand the whole thing, but to ourselves, we understood the thing that we are supposed to do that. So after the conference, there were some other things that happened, and actually by then I was the chairman of Pastors Fraternal in the city of Blantyre. The team summoned me. We hear you were with the team that organized the conference. They were teaching false teachings. Then I said, who told you it's a false teaching? About the oneness. Then I told them, no, it's not a false teaching. You are saying it's a false teaching because you did not attend. Had it been you attended, you are going to be enlightened. Just the way we were living in the dark, but this time around we've been opened up. So it took them at least time. Some segregated us. Some actually, I was supposed to stay for 2 years. I just stayed for 4 years term, but I just stayed for 2 years just because of the reactions or the reaction of some members who did not feel comfortable with what happened. But I told them the truth. It is my personal conviction that made me to make that decision.
Right.
So, yeah, just to put it up to now, coupled with the teachings that we've been hearing about the fellowship and other things, since we are not moving together with them, there is no need for us to fellowship with them, because we are doing a different type of things altogether. So just in short, this is what happened. We were introduced to the truth by one of the organizers who was in Lilongwe. Then we went to attend, and we took the thing to Blantyre, and we invited other pastors within Blantyre and other areas surrounding Blantyre. We also had a very fruitful turnout, because there were about 700, if not 600 something pastors that attended the 3-day conference in Blantyre.
Yeah, wonderful. I was able to attend the conference in Blantyre as well. So you were the chairman for the Ministerial Alliance. Is that what was that?
Yeah,
what did you call it?
Yes, so the pastors Fraternal.
The pastors' fraternity.
Yes, it's an interdenominational gathering of pastors.
Got you. So is it a group of pastors that share common doctrinal beliefs?
Most of them are Trinitarians.
I see.
Yes.
And the goal of the pastors' fraternal is what?
It's just to enhance the fellowship of the churches within the area, and also to stand together in other things that needs support, or the spiritual support of ministers and what have you.
I see. So spiritual support, or do they also provide financial support?
Not necessarily, not financial support, but spiritual support, that when somebody is hosting a conference or what have you, they stand with that one, and they fellowship and do other stuff concerning the city.
Yes, sir.
But their emphasis and the doctrines that they are using is the Trinitarians. So since we knew about this, I no longer participate in those things because of the things that I'm carrying now.
Sure.
Yeah, but there are some that have helped to understand even the teachings, and I've actually invited some even to the trainings that we do have, like with Pastor Stewart and Bishop Ligon.
Those kinds of organizations, the pastors' fraternal or ministerial alliance, those are common in Africa. But it seems to me that really God had orchestrated those kinds of things, because if that hadn't been in place, you wouldn't have heard about the Truth Conference and others. That's partly one of the contributing factors to the success of the conference in Lilongwe. And
Lilongwe, yes.
Yeah. Wonderful. Okay, can you give me a little background? I know that we've kind of dipped into it a little bit with the story about the pastors' fraternal and your leadership in that group, but how did you get there? So can you start from the beginning? How did you get into ministry? Did you have to work, a secular job in order to support your family? Do you still work? How did it transpire from a young man to becoming Pastor Gama, leading the pastors' fraternal in Blantyre? How did you progress from a young man to becoming a pastor?
Actually, my father was a pastor, passed on in 2003. But by then, I got born again when I was in secondary school. So after secondary school, I did my tertiary education. Then I went to a secular work. I was working in government, in one of the post office.
So quick question. When you went to seminary school, where was that located?
In Lilongwe.
I see.
Yes. Yeah. So I was working in the government. I worked for 7 years. Then I got retrenched. By then I was in Mzuzu. I was staying in Mzuzu. So I got retrenched and I came back to Blantyre before the death of my father. So when I came back to Blantyre, I was just not active. I was somebody who was a Christian, but I was not active in the ministry, working in the ministry. I would just go and attend the church services and what have you. So till this other day, when one of the leaders talked to me that there is a ministry in you, so you need to sit down. We need to sit down and discuss, and even to help you understand these things. So I sat down with the man. Then he started explaining some other things, the leadership skills and other things. I was under his leadership for some time. Then in 2027, I was ordained as a pastor. This gentleman who I was working with passed on, I think in December the same year. So I took charge of the church from 2008, 1st January, till now. So I got involved in these things through that way. Apart from just getting this, I went to seminar as well, did a diploma in theology, and I did another advanced diploma in pastoral leadership. So coupled with that, and then the other things that I've been doing, the secular work that I was doing, they've helped me to do the work and even to reach the status of becoming a pastor, a chairman of pastors in the city.
Yes, sir. When you said you started pastoring in January of 2008, when you began doing that, did you already have the 6 locations, or did those develop over time?
They developed over time because by then we had only one church in Blantyre.
Okay.
So I had to plant these other ones in these places during the year that I started pastoring.
Oh, so you began right away.
Yes.
So in that first year, you were able to plant 6 churches?
No. I did not plant them in the first year.
Okay.
It was like the other 2 churches that I planted them, I think, in 2010, after 2 years.
Okay. Where was that located?
Zomba.
In Zomba. So you started in Blantyre, you planted 2 in 2 years in Zomba.
In Zomba. And
How did
Zomba, that's my hometown.
Really? Okay.
Yes, that's my hometown. It's about 80 km from Blantyre.
So then how did the 2 in Tiolo come about?
Yeah, so after some time, I also had a friend who invited me to Cholo to do the evangelism there. So it's when I planted the 2 in Cholo.
I see.
I think that was in 2014.
And then the one in Chiradzulu?
Zulu is like 2016. I planted that one in 2016. I was invited to teach at one of the leadership things that were there. So there were some other people that said, we need you to start. We need you to start a church here. We've got a fellowship that we're just fellowshipping, but we are lacking a leadership. We are lacking somebody who can lead us to be a church and to mentor us into the things of the Lord. So that's how I planted that one.
And all in all, how many folks do you have with the 2 in Cholo, the 1 in Chiradzulu, the 2 in Zomba, and the 1 in Blantyre? How many in total?
Like membership?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it should be about 500.
And when you say the word membership, what do you mean by that?
Okay, when you say membership, it's like at a local congregation, we have people that do come. They are registered. They are sitting under the teachings and what have you, like as a church. So we count those as like in here in Blantyre, we've got about 100 people that do attend our church services and what have they, who are in our records as our members.
Man, that's exciting to hear. And I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to talk to you. Started as a young man, growing up in a pastor's home there in Africa, which I'm sure was challenging. I know
Yes.
here in America, pastors, well, it depends on what side of the spectrum you look at. If you're looking at T.D. Jakes and Stephen Furtick and some of these others, that they're obviously going to be well off. But the ones that are pursuing truth, it's a little bit more challenging. And so I'm sure that is compounded in Africa. So growing up in a pastor's home, I'm sure that was an interesting development. But I know that currently you're involved with A to Z missions. You attend the leadership meetings that occur on a quarterly basis with missionary Stewart. what are you doing locally there? I understand COVID is a factor. I know it's affected each of the pastors here in America, but also there in Africa. What are you doing locally today? What is the nature of your church services, I guess?
We do have like we reduced the times. At first, we used to have like from 9 to 12, but we reduced the time because of we don't want to stay for a long time at one place. So like our services, like the maximum is about 2 hours. So, but apart from that, apart from the services, we do have also Bible studies like every Wednesday. We do have 1.5 hour Bible studies, and we do have some other things that we are like Saturdays. We do go to. We are close to one of the mountains. We do go there to have prayer sessions.
Oh, wow.
Prayer sessions like coupled with fasting, and we spend some time there. There are times we spend the whole day. There are times we spend like half day, depending on the program on such on a particular day. So those are some of the things that we are doing. We haven't like stopped to gather. The numbers that we gather, they reduced it to 50. So the people that we do have, there are some, they do come in the morning. There are some, you know these church things. There are times when some people cannot attend. So those that have come, we will pray with them, and those that did not come, then we make a service for them at a certain time. So that's how we do go about it.
Got you. And
Sure.
and those services that's specific for those individuals, are those like Bible studies, or you guys?
Yes, Bible studies, and they like where I am staying in one of the locations, and there are some people that are staying in other locations. So it's like we gather those that are in one location, or let's gather at a certain place. Then we meet them at a certain place. We pray, encourage one another, and do all this stuff.
This should demonstrate to our listeners the face of the truth, and anyone that can observe what's going on in Africa. It's one thing that I've noticed about you all is you are an industrious people. You make do with what you have, and
Yes,
and just make it work. And you don't need a big edifice. In fact, the largest conference that took place as a part of the Truth Conference, there's 800 people there in Lilongwe, and the way that we did that was, it was an old abandoned school that that we went into. The toilets were not working.
Yes.
There was some, the lighting was not very good. I think they had to bring in lights from outside, or bring in light. So the organizers had to bring in lights, so the actual electricity in the building wasn't working.
Yes.
So when it got dark outside, it got dark inside. It just was an overall difficult deal, but just use what we had, and
Yes.
God wrought a work. And that's the way that, honestly, that's probably the message here. Just do what you can with what you have, and trust God. God will do the work. And I'm praying for you, praying for the other men there in Blantyre. I'll be praying for your leaders, that God would give them grace. When you took the truth back to your churches, your respective churches from 2016, I mean, you've established these churches, 6 of them, and now you've been teaching them these things, but go to a conference and come back, and now you've got something else to change, to teach them. Did they come willingly?
There were some who could not take it. They could not understand many things. So there were some actually who left because of the changing of the teaching, but still more, we could have some who are coming in. There are some going, there are some coming in. So that was one of the things that do happen when change comes. That there are other people that accept change, and there are some that does not accept change. So it's like by then we had the other people that, how do I explain it? Okay, we after the service is over, the mushrooming of the prophets and other people, these other members would go to those other places. Now, when you're bringing something that is like contrary to what they've heard from the prophets, it was like they were trying to backfire. I mean, to resist some of those things. So all those people that used to attach themselves to the prophets and other people, they are the ones that left after the introduction, I think in 2016, 2017, when we were now into these things. So, but now there is like just a group of the people that are there, they are able. I actually told them these things are ongoing. There are some other things that we are learning, and we are just doing as Paul was saying. These things that you've heard me preaching, take them to faithful men, so that the faithful men can take them to others. So that's what we do.
This brother's preaching right now. Commit them to faithful men, and so that they can take them and commit them to other
faithful men.
Yes,
they
sir.
should not keep it to themselves.
That's right.
They should also send it to other people. It's like a baton stick that has been passed on. It's a chain that it should be going. So if those other people, they're saying, no, we don't need this. So that's one of the things that transpired. And actually, even my own wife, it took her time to understand the things, but with time, she's now in.
That's tremendous. Thank God for that. That's wonderful. What did you mean by the prophets? You used the term prophets to describe a group of men.
Yeah, there are some preachers that have arisen. They are called prophets. These are guys that are preaching, oh, God is going to do this. You receive what? The miracle monies, and have you the likes of, have you heard about Bushiri, Major One, and other people? Possibly you're new to that one, but Pastor Stewart knows Major One.
Okay.
And they are the crops that are coming in. They've just arisen with their own teachings that are not like I might say they're not godly things that they're teaching. So when they hear, when people hear about those things, the miracle monies and what have you, they get attracted to such teachings, the false teachings that takes them away even from getting the truth.
Why are they so fascinated with that kind of stuff? What is it about those folks that causes them to respond positively to that kind of a message?
I presume that people do, like in our culture and other places, they would want to get free things, easy things, the things that they will get easily without even labeling in anything. So these people, they do preach like miracle monies, miracle whatever, the things that you can just get them on a silver platter without doing anything. So that attraction, that teaching and other prosperity things, what have you, the people are attracted. And if there are some who are looking for like partners, like they are looking for men and or women to marry, so they do call them. We do have, you come here, we'll give you we'll give you the answers to your problems. So the people do flock there for different reasons.
Yeah.
But not the word. Yeah, sure.
Tangible and material things, but they're not interested in the spiritual things.
Mm-hmm.
They over spiritualize the carnal.
And even the lifestyles of these the preachers themselves.
Yeah.
It is not a godly lifestyle. They go there fornicating, swindling monies from the members, and the other evil things that are happening there.
Sure. Wow. Well, thank you for giving us a little bit of insight into what you're dealing with there on a day-to-day basis. And we'll request the Face the Truth podcast listening audience to pray for you all. And I will certainly be praying for all. Bishop Reagan, Missionary Stewart, we're all praying for you all, and know that you guys are remaining faithful to the kingdom of God.
Thank you so much.
With that, I think we'll conclude this conversation, but Stay tuned for next time. We'll be talking to other men from A to Z missions that Bishop Riggin, Missionary Stewart has worked with. Pastor Gama, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Brother Hitton. It has been a wonderful talking to you. We also pray for you that God should continue using you people. And we don't take these things for granted. It was by God's grace that we were connected and that we are now in a team of the people that are preaching and going through the truth. So we thank God for you, and we will really appreciate for your prayers and the support and the teaching that the people are giving to us. May God richly bless you and all the people in America.
As I said in the interview, there's just something about Brother Gama that I like. I particularly like what he said near the end of our conversation. It's our responsibility to ensure that the baton is securely transferred to the next runner in this race. We may grow tired, we may grow weary, but we cannot stop until we've successfully passed on the baton. There are some who will faithfully carry the baton to their next runner, but they can't do it without first having received it. And friend, if it's you that is carrying the baton, if it's I that's carrying the baton, run. Run with all of your might. Run until you can't run anymore. Run until you have securely passed it on to another faithful runner. Thank you again for joining us for this week's podcast. We have some exciting things planned for Face the Truth, which I cannot yet reveal. So I'll simply have to ask you to stay tuned to find out.
Thank you to everyone who has joined us for today's podcast. We want you to know that we are here to help you in any way we can. If there is anything we can do for you, please don't hesitate to contact us. Send your prayer requests to prayer@olathetruth.com. That's prayer@olathetruth.com. If you live in the Kansas City metropolitan area, we invite you to join us for our services this week. Sunday morning at 10, Sunday evening at 6, and Tuesday evening at 7:30. For those who cannot attend, we will provide a live stream on our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and our website, olathetruth.com/live. Until our next podcast, take care and God bless.